Alright, you guys, so while I was gathering wool for carpets for the dots and lines board, I had an idea, and I kind of wanted to share it with you. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of sheep in here, and it can be very difficult. Basically, like they're all naked, you know, I'm waiting for the wool to regrow, and the only way they can regrow wool is by eating grass. Now, there's actually quite a bit of grass in here right now, which is unusual because normally it's pretty much all barren, but you can see that it takes them a long time to regrow their wool because it takes a really long time for the grass to regrow. Well, you guys are really not helping my claim right now. But while I was sitting here waiting and gathering resources, that was the case as I experienced it, at least. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so I want to encourage you guys, something that I want to kind of bring to the attention of you guys and sort of encourage you in your, wow, this is really going faster than it did the other day. Anyway, I encourage you guys to find little things. If you're bored, you know, in Minecraft, or you're waiting for an update or something, something you can do to sort of prolong the satisfactory experience of playing this game is to push yourself to make small improvements or solutions to your world. And it can be very fun to try to stick with the footprint you currently have. So that's what I want to show you guys today. Something that I worked on to cycle some grass around when it's empty. And that's what we're going to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here into a single player world. Alright, so while this is all dirt, why don't I go ahead and show you the premise. So let's say that there's so many sheep in here. This is all dirt. They're not getting grass. Oh, look at that, just regrew. Oh, that was weird. That changed. I don't know why. Anyway, and there's seed grass underneath here. That's why I was doing that, which is what you want. But let's go ahead and pretend like this is all dirt because the sheep have eaten all of it, and they all have no wool. They're waiting to regrow, but they have to wait for that stuff to happen so that just one or two sheep can eat. So here's my solution. Push this button. Look at that. Even in just the amount of time that was here, this already started sprouting some more. Now, let me go ahead and remove this and show you. First of all, the water here, it's not here on this world. I didn't copy it in with MC Edit, but it wouldn't matter because the spots there open, and I would be able to work this way even if the water was there. But this is just going to be a little bit less messy for us to not have to deal with it. So here's how this works. Now, when you put stairs that are right side up on top of grass, the grass will stay grass. It won't turn into dirt. If it's upside down, however, the grass, which it's not going to do it right away, but the grass would eventually turn back into dirt. So I've got stairs here, and these are covering up my source grass. And that source grass can't be eaten by the sheep, but what it will do is it'll grow. In fact, those two we saw earlier that grew here and here, those were growing because of the source grass right here. So this is the same thing. This is all source grass. And this is sitting underneath these stairs in order to stay grass and not turn into dirt. And then underneath here, this is actually the grass that's getting cycled. And it's underneath glowstone. And of course, this is the dirt we just cycled through. So this dirt is going to have the opportunity to turn back into grass like it just did. Perfect timing. It's going to have the ability to turn back into grass without being eaten by sheep. And really, look at how quickly this is spreading. It's really quite amazing. And also I've got more source grass right here. And that source grass is going to help because it's got source grass on both sides. Let's just get rid of this. So that's got source grass on both sides. And look at how quickly this is turning back into grass. And now there's more source grass over here, though I don't know that this is actually close enough to make a difference. I think it is, but I'm just not sure. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put some glowstone right here. No, glowstone's not a solid block. Let's put a redstone lamp right here. And I'm going to hit the button again, and we're going to watch this, and that's going to move all the way to basically right underneath here. It's actually, technically, it's going to end up right where this block is, right here. But let's go ahead and push this button and watch it move. And there you go. So basically what the principle behind this is, and look at that, there's only 2 blocks left that are still dirt from when you change that, and almost all this is grown back. Keep in mind, of course, basically as soon as you get a row of grass here, all the sheep that are down here are just going to go, no. They're going to eat it all and regrow their wool. But that's going to give you at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new sheep to shear, which is going to get you more wool in a relatively quick way. So even if it's better to run away from this and, I don't know, maybe go farming for a little bit, wait for them to regrow their wool, while you're AFK or doing whatever, the source grass over here is helping your quick replacement grass to turn back into grass if in fact it's dirt, like these 2 blocks still currently are. Alright, so let's take a look at the redstone. It's actually pretty simple. Let me go ahead and demonstrate over here. It's based on this principle. Basically, there's redstone torches underneath here, right? So if I place a block here, this redstone torch will power the block, which will then power this redstone, which will then push the block over to this redstone torch, which will then power this redstone to power this piston, and it'll keep going. So let's take a look. So it's only when the block is on top of the redstone torch, which is of course meaning that it's in front of the next piston, will it cycle around. Now, a little bit more closer to what we're dealing with, you can see here is that, and you might want to notice that this is open, this is open, this is open, and this is open, but when I put a block here, it cycles through. Now, differently, over here you'll see that this is open, this is open, this is open, but this one is actually closed. And here's why. So, as you can see, once I place a block here, it's going to power this redstone. But this redstone has nowhere to go until you place a block here. And then it'll cycle indefinitely. Now, what this does is when you press this button, this sticky piston pushes down this redstone block, which powers this redstone, which will pulse the piston to put the block into this spot. And then this delay system over here will then re-trigger the piston at exactly the time that it pulls back in order to keep basically, well, let me just show you. Now, you can see here that it pulses twice. I know of ways to do this where it won't pulse twice. You just got to tweak some timing. But I've found that it does not actually seem to change the speed. Like, there doesn't seem like it hangs at all. It seems like it's working just fine, so I'm not really concerned about that. But basically, here's how it operates. Well, first of all, just like that other design, you can see this goes around. All those operate that way. Now, this one's a little bit different, as I said, because it has to have a block here to continue this circuit to keep it powered. So, in order to elongate the time that the circuit's going to be powered, let me go ahead and just demonstrate real quick. Let's take something like this. Let's take a button and put it here, and I guess I don't need that. And then let's go ahead and put a redstone lamp right here and another redstone lamp right here. Or you know what, let's do pistons instead, because that can be a little bit easier to kind of see the timing. So here they're going to press up and come back down at the same time. Now, if I put this here, and let's just do this so that they're at the same time. My goodness. So we've got this and this. Let's just double check again. Same timing. Now, if I put one here and I put it at full delay, and I do that, that one should pulse a tiny bit longer. There you go. That's the principle behind this. This is just a lot of repeaters set up in a way where it'll pulse a tiny bit longer and then a tiny bit longer. And I think you can go, let's push these guys back. I think you can go up to 4 on the first one. Let's check it out. So up to 4 repeaters on full delay is the longest you can get for the first one, I believe. There you go. Anyway, so that's basically how it goes. And yeah, I guess, you know, really that's all there is to it. So you push this and it pulses just long enough to cycle the number of blocks required to push out what theoretically is going to be, for the sake of demonstration, dirt that the sheep cannot eat. It'll pulse just long enough to get all that dirt out of the way and replace it with what should be grass. Well, guys, honestly, that's all I wanted to show you today. And I just wanted to sort of encourage you to really push yourself with Minecraft in basically, you know, even if you're not going to really implement it into your world, like I'm probably not going to actually implement this. Well, mainly because it's just going to be a pain in the butt to work on something like this with all the sheep in there, and I don't really want to move them. But I really encourage you to take little ideas like this and see how far you can take them in a creative world, and it'll really help you to improve your redstone ability. All right, guys, well, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time.